Hi guys, welcome back to another cooking video. Today I'll be making mini lasagnas and scalloped potatoes with some kind of vegetable. I am doing a lasagna that I have seen from a cooking show that I have gotten a long time ago off, but also putting my own little style and twist to it. So, for what you're going to need for this is you're going to need your lasagna noodles. Any brand will do, it's fine. I'm also using some mozzarella cheese along with sausage. You can use any kind of sausage you want. I'm using country mile. I also have big pepperonis, which are sandwich pepperonis. I have a half a pound here. I have onions that is going to probably go into the lasagna and the potatoes. I also have cottage cheese here with some eggs. And the rest of my meatballs that I had done before, they're not fully cooked, just brown on the outside. So we're going to fully cook them and do like a regular lasagna type. And then add our own twist to it and seasonings. For the scalloped potatoes, you're going to have potatoes. I'm going to be using two different kinds of cheeses. I'm going to be using Colby and Monterey Jack and sharp cheddar. I also have a salt and pepper mixture here. Now, when I mean for little or mini lasagnas that I'm going to do, which I'm so excited about doing, I got these little tin foils. They're individual, they're small, they're mini, they're cute. So I figured, why not? There's only two in my family that I cook for. So I thought this would be a neat idea instead of making a whole big pan of it and it wouldn't get wasted. Now I got these from Walmart from 97¢. There's 5 in a pack. So I'm going to do 5 mini lasagnas. So let's also get started on our water and our noodles. Now over here I have my water getting to be pre-boiled. So I can go ahead and stick some lasagna noodles in here. But also I'm going to do this. Put some pink salt in there. I have done this every video. It's healthy. I like doing it. And a lot of people do. A lot of people don't. I just kind of broke that. Okay. Did not want to do that. But we're just going to add some pink salt into the water and let that boil. And now since I'm doing like at least 5 of them, I want a good half a thing probably. I don't want to use the whole box of lasagna because they're so small, and I don't want to just use the whole box for 5 small ones. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pull out what I need and go ahead and stick it in here with a lid and let that get thoroughly cooked, so that way I can cut them in half and fit them into what I need to fit them into. So I'm just going to pull out about, maybe I'm going to do 10 of them. Just because if I mess up, I have extra. So I'm doing 10 dry noodles. Now, I like to just stick them in there. But for this sake, I guess I'm going to... Actually, yeah, I'm going to break them. So it don't have to be even. I broke them in half because, like I said, I'm going to be putting them in those small tins, which will... fit in there, and I'll just have to get it to fit, but I need to. So I'm just snapping these noodles in half because they'll cook a little bit better for me and they're easier to handle and so forth. So in this pan, oops, my bad, we're gonna just do the noodles. Like I said, you could do the whole box, half a box, as many as you would like. I'm doing 10 because I want extra just in case I messed up on them. I'm going to go ahead and put the lid on. The steam from the cooking will help it cook a little bit better. So I have the lid on. I'm going to cook these noodles thoroughly. It's on high, as you can tell. I'm going to actually turn it down to 6 because I don't want it to overcook or boil over. Now, I'm going to be getting our meats ready into this big pan right here, as you see. I'm going to go ahead and turn it on to medium high. Get it heated, and we're going to start putting our sausage and our meatballs that we had done with that flavor. And you can, as you see in the last videos of the meatballs, of how to do it if you wanted to make the meatballs. But I had extra meatballs, so therefore I'm going to be using them. They're not cooked all the way like I said, so they're going to be cooked all the way now and use that for our meat. So as of right now, I'm going to go ahead and get some scissors. Get by my scissors. Alright. So, I'm just going to cut this open. And get this meat, this sausage, into our pan here. Now with this, you want to chop it up. You don't want whole patties or anything. It's going to be chopped up like you fixing tacos, spaghetti, anything like that. If you know how to make lasagna, then that's the way you want it to do, is break up the meat. Like I said, I add hamburger meat to the Italian sausage or any kind of sausage that you have, and pepperoni. We're going to cook that up, fry it, blot off all the other grease, and then we're going to assemble it when it gets ready too. So I'm just going to come over here, wash my hands, get all this meat off. Okay. Thought I had something, but I don't. Alright. So, I'm going to go ahead and just get this meat started. And then once I got this all browned and cooked, I will add some of my meatballs into this and chop that up as well. So it will be all nice and good in there. And just get some of this meat chopped up, the sausage here. I like to do with my noodles, once I drain them, I'll leave them in the pan with the lid on them so they'll be warm, but not too hot to handle when I get to it. But you want to keep it warm, because later you're going to put this all into the oven and bake at 350 to 425, or whatever you prefer. I prefer for this, I prefer about 425, because you cooked it all and you just want it all heat through. You want it to just infuse all that yumminess and goodness in there. Now, sausage and hamburger meats always have a lot of grease to it. It has a lot of fat to it. We're going to turn down our noodles because they're getting overheated here. Don't want that. I have washed the aluminum pans, so they're all ready to go. And like I said, I probably won't use up all the mixture that I have, because it's going to probably be a lot. But it's good that you could put it in a baggie and freeze it up for a week, maybe a month or two, just in case you want to redo another meal with that. And the mixture really would be just the sausage with the spaghetti sauce and the hamburger meat. That's what I forgot to also show you guys, was the spaghetti sauce. I will be using this brand spaghetti sauce with the 5 cheeses, because I'm not too keen on mushrooms, and so I don't like the mushroom flavor. However, I deal with it. But I think for this dish, it would be good if we had the 5 cheeses to bring out that flavor and make it more cheesy tasting. So right now, the Country Mile sausage is getting all cut up. Now, like I said, you could use any brand. You could use fresh sausages. If you make your own sausage or hamburger meat, great, use that. I just bought these all at the store from Walmart. So basically, this is what I've got to work with. I'll turn this down on low, and it still wants to boil over, but that's okay. Right now, I'm just getting this as brown as I can and chopping it up into bite size, because you don't want big chunks into this dish because it's going to be tiny. It's going to be like minis for kids. If your kids like the lasagna, this would be a great kind of lasagna to fix them for dinner for your family. It tastes like pizza lasagna, to be honest. Pizza flavored. I'm getting all this in here. Alright. Now, like I said, I have the heat for the sausage on medium high because I want it to kind of cook a little bit faster because of this video. And I'm just going to let that get cooking here. I'm about to show you guys. This is how tiny you kind of want the sausage to be when you cook it, and with no pink in it. But I'm going to let this cook, and then I'm going to go and get our meatballs here. And I'm just going to throw our meatballs in there too and let that cook along with it. Let me set you guys up. There we go. I'm not going to use all these meatballs, so I'm just going to use about a good half of it. Maybe half of it. And I'm just going to break those meatballs up into our meat here. And then we're just going to add and chop them up into our sausage too also. I say do the same ratio of meat, hamburger meat, if you have a small pack, to 1 pack. If you have a big family, double it, triple it, however you feel fit to this. But like I said, this lasagna I've gotten off a TV show by the name Guy, so it's not really my recipe. I've known how to make lasagna. It was something different a long time ago. And this guy that I used to watch on TV, his name is Guy. And he looked like it had really good lasagna, so I decided to try it. I'll be right back. I'll wash my hands real quick, guys. Alright. And so I decided I was gonna try it. But he only had sausage and pepperoni to it. I add hamburger to this and a little bit more seasoning and stuff to it. But don't add, if you already have meatballs that are already seasoned, I wouldn't season it too much. Flavored sausage, not so much. But I'm just going to break up the meatballs here and mix it all into here. I think someone over the side, at least I thought. I guess not. So while the pink is going out of this, out of everything, the meatballs that we have in here and the sausage, well done. Now, I have done this before. Didn't cook it all the way and then just used it as a mixture and then let it cook the rest of the way in the oven here. But this is a quick and easy way to do it. It would take about maybe 45 minutes to an hour to get everything done, and only like 10, maybe 20, 30 minutes at the most to get it all heated and fused together. So now I got that. What I'm going to do is add some onions to it. And I've got these from any grocery store, but I got mine from Publix. They're already chopped and diced up yellow onions. You can find them in any grocery store, Walmart, Publix, stuff like that. But I'm going to be using some of it, so I'm just going to use a handful in here, just like a couple of handfuls. And the rest is going to go in our potatoes. Alright. I'm going to mix that up in here. Now, to also give it a little flavor, I'm going to add a little bit of minced garlic in here, which will set off those flavors too. I love putting garlic into, fresh garlic and minced garlic and stuff into food. It brings out that flavor, and it's garlicky. And I love garlic. That's one thing I love. So I guess vampires ain't going to be around me very much. Just kidding. I am a vampire kind of girl. I like vampires, zombies, and stuff. But, oh, sorry. Had to use my teeth to never do that. Don't ever use your teeth to break open stuff. But, I'm just trying to get it open. Well, you know what? It's not coming open. And I'm dying to use this. And it's garlic here. I'm being very unsafe. Well. Oh, I finally got it, guys. Finally got it. Okay, now I can't get it open. I hate when they do that crap. I cannot get it open. There we go. Oh, that mixture smells so good. So good. Now I'm going to add about a tablespoon to a couple of tablespoons. Teaspoon to a tablespoon, but I use a couple of tablespoons of mine. Oh, look at get this beautiful infusion here. I'm about to show you guys how beautiful this meat looks. So, this is what my meat mixture looks like. I have some hamburger in there, as you could tell. And sausage, along with onion and garlic. Let it all fuse until the onions get to be a little bit opaque. I'm just going to add maybe a little bit, maybe a pinch to 2 pinches of salt and pepper, which I already have it mixed up here. I use it and I keep it in here, so I'm just going to put a couple of pinches in here for that. You don't want to over salt it because you don't want your stuff to be salty. So it's always good to have a taste tester or you taste it. To make sure it's not too salty here. Alright, well, it looks like our meat does not have much grease in it, which is a good thing. So now I'm going to be adding this 5 cheese spaghetti sauce. I'm going to shake it up good. And I'm just going to pour it all in here. It looks like it needs a little bit of water. Now, a trick here, guys, to get the tomato sauce or any kind of spaghetti sauce, tomato sauce, add about not even a half, maybe a quarter of water in there and take it and just shake it up good. Just shake it. And it will get every single bit of it. It's a neat trick that I learned since I was little and in cooking school too. So I'm just going to add that in there. It will make it a little watery, but it will also thicken up. So, I have the mixture here. It looks like I made a lot for 5, but like I said, that's okay because this mixture I can use as spaghetti and any other kind of lasagna or whatever else that's done with spaghetti sauce. I'm just so crazy, not thinking right now. But it smells so awesome, guys. I'm going to show you guys again what it looks like. So this is my mixture for that. And I'm going to let it set for a little bit. So I want to put this on low. So you're going to put it on low. So this can start bubbling up a little bit, getting all those flavors infused into it, and we'll be ready to go. Soon as our noodles looking good, sorry guys, a lot of steam, I'm going to turn that off so it can get to where it needs to be, and we'll have our sauce on low. Now our next step is to do some kind of mixture with the egg and cottage cheese. Well, you don't want a lot of cottage cheese for this, so I'm gonna just get me, sorry guys, it's loud, a small bowl here, maybe about this size, because you really don't need a whole lot of cottage cheese and stuff with this if you're doing mini ones. So I'm gonna set you guys here. There we go. We're gonna do, while that is doing that, we're going to do our mixture of cottage cheese. And then once we do that, we will fry up the pepperoni and put it on a paper plate or paper towel, let it drain, and we'll just like start assembling. So right now we're gonna put that right there. And the reason why I'm not using all this, like I said, I have small tins and I'm doing at least 5 of them. They've already been washed and dried and cleaned. So there's 5 here. I'm going to do 5 little bitty ones like I had said in the beginning of this video. Alright. Crazy looking. Okay, let me stop. I'm going to put some in a dish. And of course, if you need more, you can always add more to it. I'm just gonna add some spoonfuls here. We're gonna take an egg and we're gonna crack it in here like this. Now this is a binding agency which binds it all together and helps it get that creamy kind of texture in the cottage cheese that gives it that really nice texture. So we're just going to mix this up like so very well. And it will change, don't worry, the color will change into it. We just don't want it to, we want it to be blended well. The cottage cheese will kind of look yellowish. Some people will freak out because of that. Don't. It's okay. That's the way it's supposed to be. Alrighty. So, as you can see, that's our cottage cheese and egg mixture. That is done. I'm going to keep the cottage cheese here and the eggs just in case I need to make some more. Now, for our pepperoni, guys, I love pepperoni, especially pepperoni pizza. Here, you can get a pound. I got a ½ pound. This is what they look like. They're sandwich pepperonis. You put these on sandwiches like Subway and stuff like that. But we're going to come over here and fry them up and get them nice and crispy here because that's exactly what we want for our, let me move some of this stuff out of the way here. All right. And since our noodles are right there, I'm going to go ahead and set these in the sink and let them start cooling off in the water. Our mixture looking good. Alright, oh here it is. Now since these are big pepperonis, I'm going to go ahead and turn this up to 5. I'm just gonna take my scissors, which I'm going, actually, yeah, I haven't. Oh yeah, I'm gonna take my scissors and I'm just gonna cut them in half. Just like that. And we're just gonna lay them into our pan here so they can start getting crispified. You don't want them burnt. They will get burnt, so you might want to watch it. And pepperoni is naturally greasy, so you want to kind of watch that. Have it turned up. And I'm going to be right back to get a plate and stuff to put the pepperoni on when it's done. Okay, so I got a plate with paper towel. So when my pepperoni is cooked, thoroughly cooked, then we'll flip it over, cook it on the other side, and then we'll drain the grease off it with the paper towel. These won't take long to cook as a lot of like any other meat. It's already cooked. It's just when you cook these, the grease will like suck out of it, and so it crispifies, and that's what we want. And as you can tell, which I'm going to show you right now, you see the grease coming off the pepperoni? That's exactly what you want. You want it to do that. You also want to maybe turn it up some to get that sizzleness. If you hear it, if you can hear it, I don't know if you can. Not really, but that's okay. This is going to be like this. It's fine, guys. This is A-okay. This is what it's supposed to do. Now you can hear it sizzling and popping. That's awesome. So, from showing you that, I'm going to get a fork. And I'm just going to wait until it literally gets all that crispiness there. Our sauce looks beautiful. Our everything's done. Next, after we assemble this together, I'll put all this aside, get that cleaned up, and then I'll show you how to do scalloped potatoes. Scalloped potatoes are not that hard to do. Easy, delicious, and cheesy. Haven't had them in a while, and I used to have them all the time when my mom was here and alive. So, but now it's just me and my dad, and I cook for the both of us, which I love doing. So now that they're getting crispified on one side, and I'll show you guys what that looks like so you guys will know if you fix this what kind of crispy you should look for and the texture. Now, you don't want the pepperoni to be floppy. You want it to be kind of a little stiff, but so it will hold. So this is what you have. See the beautiful like brownish color, like it's crisped up? That's exactly what you want into that. Otherwise, it will be floppy, and you might not have a good lasagna. I'm not saying it wouldn't be good, but just crispify it. I'm going to get some water here. It's hot in the kitchen. Anyways, looking good on the pepperoni. The sauces look good. Sorry guys, I'm like thirsty. It's hot in here, so I'm gonna turn the fan on too, so it's gonna be a little noisy. Also, the pepperoni will shrink like sausage. And that's okay because that's what you want into the, again, you want into the lasagna. Turn this down just some. And so we're going to take the first batch out. We're going to just lay them on the paper towel here on the plate and let that greasiness just drain and drip off. Now, you can also use a paper towel to dab it if you like. Me, I'm just trying to get that done. Where is that? I was trying to find the pepperoni. I'm gonna add another thing of pepperoni in here. And like I said, I may not use all this pepperoni because it's not that big of what I'm cooking, but we want it to be enough. Just enough. And maybe the half a pound will like do what I need it to do. I'm gonna turn that down. I'm actually gonna get something else besides the board because that ain't helping. Now once this starts going, it starts going and crisping up fast. So you really want to watch it and turn it down to medium low so you won't burn it. Our sauce is getting nice and bubbly. Sorry for all the smoke, guys. And perfect. I'm just gonna get these out here. Now, they may look floppy now, but they won't be floppy because they're brown on both sides. And I'm just gonna go ahead and get this out. I'll add that in there. And the more you add in there, the more grease it's in there, and the more greasier it will become. Hold on, I just want to fall in the pan. Which is okay with me because it's getting cooked. It's getting cooked, people. I'm sorry. I'm just in a good mood. Alright. Now that is doing that, I'm going to give this a little stir so our sauce won't get too thick here. And whatever's left over, I'm going to use for my spaghetti when I make spaghetti. I don't know if I want to do a video on that, spaghetti and garlic bread or anything like that, but we'll see. We shall see. I got some grease right there. Turn that fan up. So basically, we'll be ready to assemble this. And what I'm going to do is after I assemble them, I'm going to put them on a sheet pan or a cookie sheet or a baking sheet, whatever you want to prefer to say it. Wrap it up in saran wrap. And then I'm going to stick them in the refrigerator until they're ready to be cooked. Now, I know in my videos I haven't shown you guys any of the end product because to me, you guys, when you fix it and you follow the instructions or whatever, you will see the end result yourself and taste it. So basically, that's why I don't do that. But I'm going to see if I can start doing that. But today, I really don't know if that will happen because I'm going to cook these a little later. I'm just getting these prepared and the potatoes prepared. So when I do put them in the oven, about 425 or 350, I will literally have it done. Just pop them in the oven and let them bake and let the cheese get brown and crispy on top and broil and get all that crispiness and juiciness from them. It's awesome. It's very awesome. Right here. So I'm just going to flip these peps over. Now, like I said, pepperoni, once they get started cooking, they cook pretty fast. And because they are already in their own grease. So on that note, I'm going to show you what I mean by they already cook pretty fast. These are already done. Same color, same crispiness, same here. quick. It don't even take but a second for these things just to, which is good, which is good. And yeah, when you take them out of the pan, they will be a little floppy, but they'll still continue to cook a little bit. But when they set, they're gonna be crispy, and you'll be able to work with them. I'm gonna get this pepperoni out. I have decided that I'm gonna cook all these pepperonis just in case. And whatever's left over in the pepperonis, I could eat or for a sandwich, or make a salad and have crispy pepperoni in it. Just different things. It is hot up in here, guys. Done. I'm gonna go ahead and put my stuff back in the refrigerator. So, go ahead and flip these puppies over. Puppies over. I'm not really good at making videos. I've made videos for a while, but I know none of my cooking videos are professional or anything like that. I'm not trying to make them professional. I'm just trying to get subscribers, so that way and comments, so that people can try my food and follow the instructions and try it. Just comment below and let me know how it tastes. And I also like doing it for fun videos. I normally wasn't big into doing videos because I'm kind of camera shy, but I'm trying to get over that. That's why you hear me sometimes repeat a lot of stuff in my videos, in my cooking videos, and I try not to. But I do, and I do apologize for that for those who watch my videos. Add the last little bit of pepperoni into our pan. All this grease. Okay, so I'm gonna show you what it looks like in the pan. Greasy, very, very greasy. All that came for a ½ pound of pepperoni. ½ pound, all that grease. So basically I'm cooking out the grease and it's crisping up. So it'll be a little bit healthier. And what I'm gonna do is I'll probably take a paper towel, another paper towel, and damp these to get the grease off of them on top. I'm gonna turn that off. Give our sauce a little stir. Sauce looking beautifully. I'm so crazy. Alright, so we're gonna take these puppies out. There, just like that. We're gonna move that off the stove because I don't want to catch anything on fire. Put these in the sink now, put that there. Alright, so you guys come with me real quick. So we did our noodles. We did our pepperoni. We did our mixture. We also did our egg and cottage cheese mixtures. And then we've got here our mozzarella cheese that goes in between, gives it that cheesiness and melts. But I'm not gonna just put my fingers in that. I'm actually gonna put them in a bowl so I can work with it, so I don't have to keep reaching in the bag, because that will give it like a lot of bacteria, and whatever else I need into the cheese I can just add to the bowl. Okay, so let's get started with this. I'm gonna go ahead and get my stuff ready here. I'm so sorry guys about drinking in front of you, but when you work in a kitchen, it's extremely hot. So as you guys can tell a little bit here, that our mixture is done and beautifully. So I'm gonna use a small ladle, a very small ladle that I have here, to scoop it into our containers here. I'm gonna separate these, make room. Woo! Okay. I feel like I'm missing something in the noodles. Now I'm hoping that these noodles are like done, because I need them to be extremely done here. I'm gonna run some cold water in this. So I can handle them, and I'm also gonna leave them in the sink here, so that way I can handle it better. All right, so how I do this is I'm gonna go ahead and scoop some of our, just a ladle full, let me give it some more, into the bottom of our pan, and just shake it out. These are great for like churches, functions, parties, kids' parties. These are individual, so like it's great for all that. And it's very hot, so very hot, very, very hot. All right, so now I'll find my things. I have it ladled in there. However, I'm also gonna put it on a cookie sheet because they are hot to handle, for one. And for two, well, when I bake them, I don't want them to like fall apart when I stick them in the oven. Now, oh, sorry, my nose itches. Wash my hands. There we go. Run cold water in this. There we go. Now, as you can see, my noodles, but they are a little big, way too big. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna go ahead and wash my scissors off here, and I'm gonna cut them just the size that I need them to be, maybe. Yeah. So we have extra here. Alright. So I'm gonna do this real quick. And you know, you just layer them in there. Just get them in there nice and good and layered. Because you're gonna add more sauce to it. Here we go. And actually, you know what? I probably didn't need all these noodles, but I'm just cutting the ends off a little bit more. And if I cut a little too much off on the ends, that's okay, because I got little scrap pieces here that will go on top of it. But I have it where I can, that the noodles are exactly cooled. And by exactly cooled, I mean that I can handle them. So I ran them underneath cool water to cool them down and stop the cooking process, because we don't want to continue to cook these and get them extremely mushy. Maybe I need just a little bit more. And the excess noodles you can eat, save for pasta, whatever. Alright, so I'm going to show you one of them now. So I have the meat in the bottom and I have the noodle fit in it. And you're just going to layer it like you do any regular lasagna. But instead, we're going to add a little bit more sauce to this and just spread it out in each one of them. Because you don't need much in these small containers. And I might be able to use all this. I'm not sure. But I'm also going to get a spoon so that way I can spread it out when I need to spread it out to get the yumminess on it. Alright, so maybe a little bit more in that one. We're going to do a little bit more in that one. There we go. Perfect. Now, what I'm going to do now is add our pepperoni. And you can add 1 or 2 in there. It looks like 2 could fit in here at a time, which is awesome. That was too small. And you're just going to repeat the process over again until it gets filled up. So next, with that being said, I'm going to be adding a little bit of our mixture here with egg mixture, just 1 scoop because it's small. Like I said, I don't do these things like other people do. Some people will put the cottage cheese and egg mixture before anything else. I don't. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't. It gets cooked. So I'm going to take a little bit of mozzarella. We're just going to add it in between like so. Perfect. Okay. Then we're just going to go and repeat the process over again. So I'm just going to get some more noodles. And I'm going to cut some of the ends off to make sure it will fit nicely into our little pans. I never made these, like I said before, mini, but I've made this for my family a lot, and I kind of made it for my friends too, and they love it. They all love it. But it's not, like I said, it's not really my recipe. I got it off a cooking show, and it's you can look it up online and look up Guy. And he's the one that did this. I just added my own little twist to it and kept like a different sausage, you know, and added hamburger meat in it, so it'd be 3 instead of 2 kinds of meats. I'm gonna add some more sauce on top of this. It looks like I can get about 3 layers off of this, so that's really good. And to be honest with you, I might not have that much mixture left for anything else. But if I have anything left over, it's fine because I can always heat it up, eat it together, or do whatever you want with it. Or if you just have a little bit and you have dogs and you feed your dogs, go ahead. I have a little dog that will love this if he can get his little paws on it. So again, we got that. We're going to add our pepperoni. Now, some of them can be a little small, so you can add more than 1. Some of them, well, I just added 3 to 1 of them. Actually, you can add 3. It depends on how big they are. The top layer, I just added 3. It's no big deal. Bottom layer, I did 2 because I wanted to make sure I had enough. But if you think you have enough, then go right ahead. Add as much as you want on there. Normally, I will cook these whole, and they will be whole to be cooked. But since, like I said, I'm doing minis here, it's kind of adorable kind of type. I don't think I came up with something like this, but I just, you know, I was somebody bet me that I couldn't do this in a small version. So I took that bet, and I'm actually doing it. And I'm so excited for it because I normally fix a lot, and these are just the cutest things ever. So I had plenty of that. Wow, I did it. Might need a little bit more, but that's okay. Now for the top layer, we're just gonna add the noodles, some of the pepperoni, and cheese. And that's all we will do for the rest of it. I'll show you guys here in a minute. So the top layer will be just noodles. And you can measure the, I'm sorry, I lost track of my mind. You can measure the noodles to your pan if you're doing small ones. However, I'm just taking maybe half an inch to an inch off of these noodles, and they fit right in there perfectly. Again, I will show you it before I finish it, and then I'll show you what it will look like when it's done before you stick it in the oven. All right. Okay. So this is what it will look like before I finish it. Perfect size noodles. Just cut the top off them. They fit in there perfectly, awesomely. Now I'm gonna cut a little bit more off, but that's okay. It's fine. It's fine. They're in there. All right. So this video is going on to an hour. I don't think anybody wants to really watch all this, but we'll find out. I'm just gonna add the rest of the meat mixture on top of it. You can add just a little bit more meat into it. Because that is the very last layer. Now I do have a little bit of noodles left over, so I might find something else to do with that, but who knows. All right. So let me move this out of the way. All of them, all 5 of these are now done with the meat mixtures, noodles, and that's it for the lasagna. Okay, now if you want, you can add just like maybe a little dollop of the rest of you have it in there, which I'm just gonna add here to all 5, which is fine. And I'm gonna add the pepperoni on top of that, and then I'm gonna add more cheese. So I'm gonna add the pepperoni just like so here. 3 in there perfectly. Actually, I should have done just 2 because, well, 2 of them is gonna have 2 on it, and the other ones are gonna have 3. It ain't no big deal. Then I'm gonna take the cheese, or Parmesan, or you can add Parmesan to it, sorry. But my mozzarella, cover it on the top, just like this, beautifully nice. And I'll probably add a little bit more to this, just like this. Perfect. Now, since I am like at almost an hour on this video, I'm going to do a second video to it to do the potatoes. So stay tuned for the next video, and I hope you enjoyed this video on how to make baby pizza lasagnas. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for the next video for the potatoes. See you guys in a few. Bye.